Now I've tried to escape twice. So he knows he can't trust me. He knows I'm going to fight him tooth and nail. What's he going to do with me? So I was a realtor, and I got a call from a prospect to come and view a property that was one of my listings. So I told the gentleman that I could be there in about 20 minutes. So I got in my car and started driving, and on the way there I was thinking about how I was going to show the property. When I arrived, he was not there. And within a few minutes he arrived. He was driving a 4-door family car, well-groomed, well-dressed, nice-looking young man. He introduced himself as Chris Mann. He was looking for a house that he could get into rather quickly, so his preference was a vacant home. But it wasn't quite the right house for him, and he wanted to look at some other properties. And he wanted to go immediately from that property to other properties, and I convinced him that no, I had to go back to my office, which is our protocol. So that's what we did. We went back to my office. We picked 5 properties to go and view. And the last house he seemed very interested in. As a matter of fact, he had me call the listing agent and ask if there were wood floors under the carpet, the kind of questions that a serious buyer would ask. We were going to measure a wall for a piece of furniture that he said specifically he wanted to have in that home. So he was in the kitchen looking at the laminated countertops, kind of complaining about those, and said, let's measure that wall. And I was in that bedroom. So I was getting my measuring tape out of my pocket when I heard those 2 hard, fast footfalls that you expect when someone is getting the momentum for something. He hit me on the back of the head with a gun, and I went flying probably about 12 feet. I went to the opposite end of the room, and I came right out of my shoes, and my nose hit the carpet. And he pulled my hands behind my back and tied them with cable ties, zip ties. On the outside, I was very calm and quiet. On the inside, my thoughts were racing, and they were horrible things like, this is the last time that I'm going to be here. I can't believe I'm never going to see my mother again. And my attacker was also very calm. He just said things like, be quiet or I'll kill you. Don't say anything. Don't try to escape. He was just talking like in his normal voice. I actually asked him, is this a rape, a robbery, or a murder? And he said to me, this is a robbery. But I knew that he was lying, because if this was just a robbery, all he had to do was take the gun out at any point and point it at me, and I knew that we still had a long way to go through whatever it was he had planned for me. My head was telling me that maybe I should submit, but my instinct kicked in, and I knew that I could not do nothing. So I pulled my hands out of the zip ties, and I don't know whether I broke them or if my hand just pulled through them or what, but I was free. And I hopped up and I ran to the door and I locked it. And I went to the window and I pulled the blind up, and the windows opened side to side instead of up and down, and they were actually the same windows in my own home, and yet I couldn't figure out the window lock combination to unlock them. And as I was frantically standing there trying to figure it out and thinking to myself, this is silly, why can't I do this? He had entered the room again. And he pulled me up by my hair. So I was on my knees with him holding me by my hair with a knife up against my throat, and he wanted my jewelry. And he said, take all your jewelry off, and if you can't get it off, I'll cut it off. So I was removing my rings, and he said, I want your ATM numbers, and they better be right, and I will know because you're coming with me. So I gave him my ATM numbers. I didn't care. I would have given him anything. He was dragging me from the master bedroom to one of the smaller bedrooms by my hair, and I was sort of on my knees, and it hurt really bad, and I knew that it hurt really bad, but I didn't care. And he had his knee on my back, and he was fumbling for something, and I didn't know what it was. I just knew he was having a hard time with whatever it was he was trying to do, and he had to put the gun and the knife down. So he put the knife down on my left side, and he put the gun down on my right side. So I reached over and I grabbed the gun. I had it in my hand, and I went to straighten my hand up, and I was just amazed that my hand didn't work. I couldn't straighten my hand up. It just wouldn't function. I had no idea why. It didn't even hurt. It just didn't work. And in my amazement and confusion, he was able to knock it out, and I couldn't keep a hold of it either. I had no strength in my hand, so it was very easy for him to knock the gun all the way across the room. And I thought, boy, I don't know what that is, but it's his, and it may be the only piece of evidence that they're going to have when they find my dead body, so I need to get that. I reached over and grabbed it, and I didn't look at it, and the closet door was open right behind me, and I put it in the closet, never knowing what it was. I just put it in that closet, and I thought, well, they'll find that, and in true CSI fashion, they'll figure out who this man is from whatever that is, and I just felt like I had accomplished something by doing that. He turned around, he had the gun and the knife again, and was pointing them at me, trying to decide what to do, and I thought, well, now I've tried to escape twice. So he knows he can't trust me. He knows I'm going to fight him tooth and nail. What's he going to do with me? I thought, well, if he doesn't know what he's going to do with me, maybe I better come up with some suggestions. So I knew that closet was behind me and the door was open. So I started pleading with him, please just put me in that closet and leave me. I will stay there. I will count till 2 minutes is up out loud, and you can hear me and you can get away. And I started scooting on my behind into that closet myself. And he just had this look like he didn't know what to do either. Like he was trying to come up with a better option on his own, and nothing was coming to him, so he was just letting this one happen. And I was counting really loud, just 1, 2, 3. And then it was time. I'd counted for 2 minutes, and I thought, I gotta open this door and see what's out there. And I kind of fiddled around with the lock, and I figured it out, and I opened it, and I looked towards the door, and he wasn't there. So I hopped up and ran over and locked it. And I went to the window, and amazingly, first try, I was able to unlock the window and slide it open, pushed the screen out, and just bailed. Just fell out the window as fast as I could. And nothing hurt on me until I saw the ambulance. And then as soon as I realized they were there, then everything hurt. I survived because my natural will to live was stronger than his conviction to rob me or murder me or whatever his plan was for me that day. I still miss my wedding ring every day. Other than that, there's nothing that he took from me.